Hey there, it's Jake from Geo-targetly, and in this tutorial I will be showing you one of our features, which is Geolink. So right now I'm at our homepage, and if I go to products and Geolinks, it will bring me to this page where you can learn all about what Geolink does. So basically you can picture it first as a link shortener, but it's a link shortener with a twist. And the twist is that it's a geolocated link shortener, meaning that the shortened version of the link, as you can see over here, will bring your visitors to different destination URLs based on what location, such as what country, city, they're clicking the link from. What I really love about Geolink is that it's truly a no-code solution. You do not need to do anything in your website or in your DNS. Everything can be set up from the Geo-targetly application alone, and that's where we will be going next. So let's start with the Geolink. Sorry, let me just return here to products. This is what you will see once you log in into Geo-targetly. Let me minimize this, and basically if you want to create a new Geolink setup, you just go into products and create new Geolink, or you can access it from the sidebar over here. I will be going into create new. Let's just rename it. Let's name it tutorial for this purpose, and you can see that it's as simple as 2 steps to set up Geolink. So for Geolink, let's say that for every we need 2 URLs or multiple URLs, because we will be leading visitors or users clicking the link to different destination based on their location, geographical location. So let's say that for people coming in from Czech Republic, they will be seeing one link. Then from, I don't know, let's say United States, all of US, they will be seeing a different link, and for the all other locations that do not meet these criteria, they will be dedicated or directed to a third link. So for Czech Republic, what we first need to do is we need to create a location segment. The location segment is already created, but we need to add a location rule. So we'll just go add location rule, and we'll be using the country level of targeting, but there are multiple other ways to target. So country level targeting, and we will be going with the Czech Republic over here. For these people clicking on the link, let's just lead them to the Geolink product page. Then for the US people, we need to set up the location rule in a similar fashion. United States, let's just select it from the list, and we will be leading them to a different page. I don't know, let's pick something from the footer here, such as the hreflang SEO guide. I'll just copy the link and add it over here. And let's say that for everybody else, we will be taking the HTML5 geolocation page. Perfect. If we go to the next step and hit save, you can see that this is the whole setup, which is as easy as it gets. Basically, at this point in time, your Geolink is shortened and generated, and you can also have access to the QR code. So you can not only share the Geolink, but you can share the QR code, which will be leading to this link. We could stop the tutorial there, but there are a few interesting use cases that I still want to walk you through, starting with returning back to the locations, and on the locations mentioning 2 things. First up, you can see the all other locations segment over here, or location segment, and basically you can see that it's on by default. The reason for this, if you compare with other features such as Geo-redirect and so on and so forth, the all other locations is present for those all other features as well, but it's by default off. For Geolink, it's on by default because the logic is that you want to cover every use case, as the link can be placed outside of your website, or it is placed outside of your websites. Geolink is amazing for social media sharing. It's amazing for stuff like email signatures or wherever else you want to share a link, because the redirection happens before the users actually reach your website. And therefore you want to cover every use case. So if there's a country that is not being covered by the location rules, it will lead to a blank page pretty much. So make sure to cover all of the cases. Second thing that I wanted to show you is under each of the location segments, you have the option to pass page path onto link URL and pass query string onto link URL. Basically, what this does is you can create a geolink and then do a extension of the URL that is generated, and that URL extension will be carried over to where the user is led after the redirection. What that means is that, let's say on the page such as this, I will just copy the generated link, and if I do this, and then if I were to do either slash products, that would be one option, that would be the subpage, or if I were to do a question mark UTM, sorry, question mark over here, source equals, let's say, GT, something like that. This part after the end of the shortened link will be carried over to the link that you're redirecting to. So the final URL, if this is selected, would look like this, because you have shared the link that contains this. So that's the option to pass either subpaths or query strings onto the destination link. Let me just resave this. So that's one thing that I wanted to share with you. Another thing that I wanted to show you is how you can modify geolinks. So there are, let's say, three ways to modify it. Either you can change the URL slug, you can change the domain of your link, and third, you can change the domain to a custom domain. So let's start with the URL slug modification. It's as easy as changing this part over here. You just go and say, I don't know, testing 1, 2, 3, and if I save it, now my geolink is not the predefined hash that was there, but it's actually this link. And if I use the link, or if I try to access it, you can see that as we defined it for the Czech Republic to lead to the Geolink page, I'm getting to the Geolink page. So that's the first thing. Second thing, you can notice over here that there are 3 domains to choose from. Basically, GeoTargetly hosts your shortened geolocated geolinks on all 3 domains. So you can choose whichever of these. All 3 of them are working. So even if I go to not to gitly.ink but gitly.link, if I go there, I will be redirected to the same page, which is amazing. The reason why we're doing this is that we are the proprietors of these domains, and basically what can happen is that there might be an issue with the domain, as is the case with any domain. So what we're doing is that for each subsequent user that signs up for GeoTargetly, we are making one of these 3 domains the default one. So for the user A that comes in first, they will have this domain as the default one. The second will have this domain, and the third will have this domain as the default one. Still, all of their links will be hosted on all 3 domains, but basically by default they will have a different domain selected, so that, because we understand and we learn that our users, in the most cases, they stick with the default domain, even though their links are hosted on 2 more domains. So if anything happens with the domain, not all of our customers will be affected. And this brings me to the last way that you can modify geolinks, which is modification via a custom domain. So basically, if you want to make sure that you're using a branded domain for your geolinks, so that you do not want your shortened geolocated links to be on gtly.link, but on your brand domain, such as it would be on, I don't know, geotargetly.com/short, you can do that with the implementation of custom domains. And actually, the implementation of custom domains is not only good for your branding, but it's also good from a kind of, let's call it, security or longevity perspective, because you would not be sharing this domain with anybody else, whereas these domains you share with other users of GeoTargetly. So for the custom domain, what you need to do is you need to go into manage custom domains, and you can get there either from over here, or if you are in the Geolink product page or the product listing page, you can click manage custom domains over here and you can add a new domain. So let's add a new domain, and as I said, let's pretend that we would be using geotargetly.com/short, and you can make, if you check this, what it will do is it will automatically align or use this custom domain with all of your existing geolinks. I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to be going there. I'll just hit next, and I will hit save. What GeoTargetly does, it creates this kind of subdomain for you, and for this subdomain, you either need to set up a 302 redirect via your DNS or via your CMS. I won't be doing that in this video, but I just wanted to let you know that there are instructions for all of these. So this is for specifically Cloudflare if you're using that, well, other DNS providers, or if you want to do it via CMS. Basically, you need to set up a 302 redirect, and with that, once you do it, you can reset it in GeoTargetly so that the geolinks are using that custom domain. That's A, but B, also so that the redirection happens when the custom link is clicked. So we could go into the editing of the link that we created, then next, and over here under custom domain, we can select the custom domain that we want to use. And once again, we could just say, I don't know, testing 456 or something like that. We just hit save. And now if I already set this up with the DNS or in the CMS, I would be able to use this, but there's some kind of setup required in your hosting or in your CMS for this to work. So that's the custom domain. Perfect. I already showed you that if I visit this link from Czech Republic, it's taking me to the Geolink product page, but let's say that I want to test whether for the other locations I'm getting to the right pages. So for United States, I should be getting to the hreflang page. And in order to do that, I have two options. The first option is to use a VPN, this one over here, United States. Let's just try it out. I'm now connected. And if I visit this link, so let's go into short URL and open the page, you can see that I'm being redirected and I actually got to the hreflang page rather than the Geolink product page. And finally, there's another way to test for Geolink, which is if I return over here, there's this neat tab called test mode, and under the test mode, I can try and simulate the location for which I should be redirected. In order to do that, you need two things. First up, you need your IP address. You can click over here, which will lead you to My IP Geolocation, which is a free tool offered by GeoTargetly. You'll just grab your IP address over here, you enter it over here, and we said that for Czech Republic it should go to Geolink, for US it should go to the hreflang, and for every other country it should go to the third page, which I believe was HTML5 guide. So let's say that we'll try, I don't know, let's say Canada, why not? So I simulate the location, I pass onward my IP address, and if I hit on and save, this will enable the test mode as you can see over here. So once again, if I open the page, you can see that I'm being redirected and I actually got to the HTML5 location rather than the hreflang or the geolocation, Geolink product page. That's as simple as it gets, and that's pretty much everything covered for how Geolink works. But there are 2 or 3 more things that I want to share with you. First being the last tab that we haven't explored yet is the Analytics tab over here. And in the Analytics tab, you can see how many times the link was clicked and how many of those were within each of the selected locations. This is a bit lagging, but if I hit refresh, I should be seeing the data for the other location segments as well. So this is the Analytics tab. And apart from it, there are 3 more things that you can see, which is Quick Start Guide, Docs, and Support. And basically, that means that if you are running into a problem with Geolink that I have not covered in this video, feel free to navigate any of these. So let us take a look over here. Pardon me. This is under resources and docs. We'll get you to this page over here, and over here you can find geolinks as the second option, and you can either go to the documentation on geolinks or you can take a look at the quick start guide. I already opened them. So these are the guides under GeoTargetly guides, geolinks, quick start. You either have the option to take a look at the guide for the setup of Geolink or for the setup of the custom domains, as I walked you through in this video. And if you selected not guides but docs, that will bring you, sorry, not here but over here, to our help pages on help.geotargetly.com. And you can see that we have a documentation for all of our features, but let's select Geolinks. And under Geolinks, you can see that basically everything that I was mentioning is mentioned here as well if you want to navigate it at your own pace. Also the custom domains, and one thing that I have not mentioned, but you can import geolinks in bulk, so you can have a CSV that you just provide for GeoTargetly, and it will create multiple geolink setups for you, because we know that there can be a lot of geolinks. For example, one of the improvements that we hope to work on for Geolink later this year is the introduction of categorizations, such as folders and tags, so that you can search your geolinks more easily. And that brings me to the last two things, which is if you run into a problem which is not covered by this video or by any other resource, just use the chat over here to get in touch with our support. In the work hours, you can get to us via a messaging through the chat pop-up, or outside of the working hours, you just can write to support@geotargetly.com. So that's the way for support. And lastly, if when you're working with GeoTargetly application looks a bit different from what you're seeing in this video, it might be due to the fact that we are releasing new versions of GeoTargetly every couple of weeks, so new stuff might be added before a new video is recorded. And in that case, such as the categorization that I already mentioned, and in that case, please just visit this page, which is GeoTargetly and changelog. You can get to that page from the footer. Down here in the footer under roadmap, this is where we share what we will be working on, what we're working on, and what we already released. This changelog view or under updates is what we already released. As you can see, that these were the latest releases, and it included stuff in regards to Geolink as well. So if you see anything out of the ordinary, it might be due to a new version, which you can find over here under resources. I think that's everything that I have prepared in this video. I thank you for your interest in GeoTargetly, as well as for your time spent watching this video. And with that, the only thing that remains for me to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll have a great day.